And that's when I decided that voice acting is only for gay people. And that's how I just started recording, by the way. I absolutely just opened up with that. And people are going to listen to this and they're going to just hear that when they start the podcast. And
Ooh, I mean, well, you're not wrong. Sorry.
welcome to the Unnecessary Podcast. I'm Middleton. And today I have actual, like, people. I guess? I don't know. So we have Rogue here. It's a Rogue. You might know him from, if you've seen the
Hi.
Undertale comic dub, you've probably seen Rogue somewhere.
Oh no, it's them Undertales. What's up?
And we got, do I just call you CJ, or, like, do you want me to go, like, full name? Do you want me to be, like, Christian?
You could go with full name. That's cool.
Alright, so we got Christian here, who is,
Hey.
he's the real deal, guys. This guy, he teaches. He's the real deal. You know, we're some scrubs compared to good old Christian. I'm just kidding.
Mr.
Man, they
Professional over
already
here.
hate me at this point.
Yeah, they're probably like, what an asshole. He thinks he's all professional.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I was thinking, because I actually do have questions for both of you, because I've never actually, like, had, like, a one-on-one conversation with either of you. So I'm just gonna ask one generic question this podcast, because I was actually curious. When did you guys? I'll just start with, like, so let's start with Christian. When did you start voice acting? Like, how long ago?
That's a really good question. I think I did one hobbyist project about a year and a half ago, but I had no idea what I was doing. I literally had a blue snowball that was broken like hell, and I ended up getting a part for a project, and they made like probably 2 videos in a span of a year and a half. So I really didn't do it much, but after I finished one of my terms as a music teacher, I was like, you know what? I really have always wanted to do voice acting. So I started taking professional classes in February of this year, and I worked with people like Crispin, Tony Oliver, Julie Cleaver, and I've kind of progressed really far. So hobbyist, probably a year and a half. Professionally, 5, 6 months. I can't do math. Something like that.
Jesus. I was like, whoa, man, you're the real deal. Like, I didn't expect, I knew you were taking classes and stuff. Man, you're really putting yourself out there. I'm proud.
I didn't
Thank
start
you.
doing that.
Rogue,
Thank you.
when did you start? Because I actually, like, I was stalking you through your channel, and
Oh, I've been around. I'm ancient. I guess it depends what you count as voice acting, because I've been doing stuff on YouTube since 2008, and I started doing back when abridged series were super popular, and I did that for off and on for several years. I had always had an interest in voice acting through anime, video games, cartoons, stuff like that. I've met numerous voice actors and gotten worse with them, like Tony and Kyle and Crispin. I've met them. They're super awesome guys. But I guess actual, like, semi-professional voice acting I've been doing since last April, April last year, which is when I kind of brought my channel back, and I've been doing that ever since. But I've been doing voices or anything vocal because back in college from about 2010 to 2013, I did singing. So I did that for a while. So I've been doing just things with my voice, I guess, yeah, since 2008, off and on, more or less, but more focused in the past year and a half or so, I guess.
damn, God, I look like a fucking rookie. You know, when I guess I started. It's actually in 2 days. I will have been doing this for a year. So
Oh, congratulations.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd call myself professional. I've gotten like 2 professional roles where I got paid, but
I mean, that counts. I mean, like, I've been paid to do work. I mean, I wouldn't say commission work pseudo counts. It can, because you're getting paid to voice act, so that is paid voice acting work. But
yeah, I mean, I guess it counts. I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't consider
I
myself
guess-
to be professional, though. Is my point.
I guess some people would say, well, professional voice acting as you're working in the voice acting industry, working for a company or like a studio, would be some people's definition. But in my personal opinion, if you're getting paid for a project, you're a voice actor.
Yeah, that makes sense. I agree with that. I mean, it's definitely like a different level of professional voice actor if you're actively working with a studio instead of just doing like contract voice work. But yeah, I honestly think if you just
I mean,
get
a
paid to voice
lot
act,
of what
that
they do
counts.
sometimes is contract work. So
Yeah. You guys got any interesting like contract work lately? Because I have not. I haven't even heard back from the studio that wanted me to do like a thing for a visual novel in like 3 months. So
Do Middleton on a visual novel? I really want to play as Middleton. Can you be like the protagonist that like falls on the girls all the time? And you'll be
Oh,
like,
no, that'd be
"Oh,
great."
so sorry, what a cliche."
oh no! Whoa! Oh no! I just fell over and now I'm just in your cleavage. Oh my god! Wacky shit.
Oh no, it's a raunchy rom-com comedy. Look out, everybody.
But what will happen when he
anime.
moves into the mansion with 6 girls? Oh my god! If you know, if I had a penny for every anime that was that, I think I'd be quite rich.
It would. Yeah,
Actually-
I think you would. I
Oh,
think you would
shit.
make more money than the actual animes that made those kind of shows.
I mean,
Maybe.
you're probably right. What's like random side note? What's your guys' favorite animes, if any?
Oh wow. It really depends on the week, man. Sometimes, like, what's really weird is that I study. I know this sounds dumb, but I actually watch anime partially because it's fun, but also partially to study some of the character choices. And
Really?
yeah, because for one, I had to watch a lot of movies because I never watched the full Star Wars series until like a week and a half ago.
Dude,
And-
what?
Excuse me.
How have you not until now? Okay.
No,
all right.
it's just, I'm a sheltered Asian kid, man. Give me
Oh, gotcha. No, that doesn't make perfect sense.
Wait, you're
Right.
Asian? Wait,
Yeah, dude, I'm Filipino and part Taiwanese, man.
this is gonna sound horrible. I thought you were Mexican.
Couldn't tell at all.
I'm so
I thought you were
That
like,
sound
I thought you're some like 20, 25-year-old like what like white dude just chilling. Who's like, hey, I got that nice voice, guys. What's up?
I can't believe, dude. I'm not even joking. This whole time I thought you were Mexican. I swear to God. Oh my
Okay,
Lord.
that's fine. That's totally fine. That's if you think I'm Mexican, but I don't know. I never got white before.
I don't know.
You
That's
do have
fine.
like a. Is that racist to be like you have a white voice? You have
No, I mean it's not. I mean, I
Now
grew
that
up in Southern
I'm
California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
makes
So
sense.
then you're actually in the place to actually like do stuff then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either that or like Dallas. Either
Oh my God, Dallas! I wish.
I live
Oh,
there.
The
but
closest
anyway.
place for me is Georgia.
I was supposed to answer your question about anime.
Oh, yeah.
The 3 that I watch a lot, like consistently, is either Kill la Kill, the Fate Stay series, or Your Lie in April. I like those 3.
Funny enough, I haven't seen either or any of those. I've thought about watching them, but I just haven't.
Do it.
I will. Rogue, what about you? Rogue.
Oh, FMA, Gurren Lagann, Kenshin, good animes.
I mean, I feel that. Up until like a
I
year
mean-
ago, I was just into shitty rom-coms, so.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I've seen Kill la Kill. I like it. I like Gurren better because I like the characters more. That's just me.
Oh, that's fair.
Different
Yeah,
strokes
people-
for different folks.
Yeah, like people tend to go on one side or the other. I don't know. I just like Kill la Kill more, maybe because I watched it first before Gurren Lagann. That's
Maybe.
probably it. Yeah.
I mean, like I enjoyed the animation a hell of a lot, but I don't know.
yeah.
God.
And plus, I like the English dub better.
The English dub is nice. I mean, even though a lot of dubs have pronunciation issues, it's still nice.
I love it
I mean-
in the sub though when they fuck up, like when they're trying to speak English in the Japanese sub, and they're just like, "I cannot to speak English." It's like that's like the greatest thing in anime. I swear.
It is pretty. Oh, and I forgot JoJo. Gotta love
of
some
course.
JoJos.
I haven't watched JoJo.
Me
You
neither.
need
I'm
to.
just
It's great.
relative with the memes. I'm just.
No,
Yes, the memes.
the part 3 is on Toonami right now every Saturday.
Oh my lord.
Actually, what's funny is when I went to Anime Expo, my friend dragged me to this JoJo panel, and it was literally a bunch of guys. And at the beginning, they said, "All right, we want everyone to scream, oh da 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 da." So everyone was screaming it, and it was literally like 600 testosterone-filled guys yelling it. And this guy at the end of it held up his 2 hentai skateboards, going, "Oh da da da." And I'm like, what the hell is
that's
JoJo?
That's JoJo.
That is the JoJo fan base.
For people that don't know what JoJo is, it's an experience. You just have to watch it.
Yeah, it's not
If you like muscly men wear shirts rip off and scream and shout and punch each other, you'll like it.
It's like,
not gay at all, I promise.
Yeah, no, it's like, you know when you go to the gym and you see like those 2 like really buff guys that are just way bigger and stronger than you, and they're just going at it. They're like, "Come on, you can do it! Fucking lift it!" And you're sitting there with like your puny arms, and you're just like, "Oh my god." That's what JoJo is.
Kind of. I mean, that was that half describes most of part 2. Overly muscular men that are ancient and powerful, and the main character has to train to beat them. And then
it sounds like Dragon Ball too.
It's like
I guess
action adventure anime. Dude, let me tell you something about. Let me think of a really mid-tier anime that I like. See, I had a list on my YouTube channel of animes that I liked, but the copyright gods fucking struck me down. So,
buying them for fucking years. That's why I don't dub anime on my channel, because I learned from that. Don't dub anime.
See, but now I don't know how to grow my channel at all. If I'm not, because I'm too like self-righteous to do comic dubs, and I'm not gonna do a fan dub on my channel. So it's just kind of like, I mean, I can keep talking about voice acting, but that'll only get me so far.
I mean, if you want to do something anime, you could always dub manga.
Oh shit, you're right. That can't get copyrighted.
I mean, it's harder to, because it's images and less, video. The video is where they'll get you. But with manga, I mean, it's kind of like doing comics. Just you're using like those names and those keywords, so you might get hit, but it's less likely if you're like, "Hey, new anime dub," instead of, "Hey, it's manga instead." I've seen it work.
I mean, if you really want to avoid copyright, you could just put a really, really bad dubstep music over it.
And that,
or
like,
just
the screen to like really small and with like an overlay around it.
You can. That's what a lot of people do. Just like stylized pictures of yourself on the left and the right, and just tiny image.
I mean, yeah, but I'm lazy, so it's like, I mean, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely
Editing
right.
is hard.
It depends on what you're editing, in my opinion. Like, I don't like editing at all. I don't enjoy it. But like, you know those times where you get, I don't know about you, Christian, because you're not big into the YouTube yet. But I think Rogue can relate with, like, you'll get some periods where you have like a creative, like spark, and you're like, hey, I should make like this video, or I should, I can edit this way, and you get like that motivation. You're like, hey, I can do this, and this will be good. And then you open the editing program, and you're just like, but I forgot it sucks. This is like, I forgot that editing.
Not so much, actually. I mean, I started as a video editor before I even started voice acting, so I enjoy video editing, to be honest.
This is why you have 55K and I have 700.
To be fair, I only gained all that in the past year. I've had this channel since 2008, and before I started doing Undertale and all this stuff, I only had like maybe over 1,000. So
shit, man. That's
what happens when you hook onto a fandom. Yeah. They come to you.
Dude, your channel's still growing too. God dang, I need to like pander to a fandom or something. You got any ideas, Christian? What do you think I should do, Christian? What do you think?
A fandom? Man, what fandom should Middleton be a part of? Dude, Middleton, be a brony.
Oh
no!
Funny story. When I was younger, 2012 or 11, I was actually a brony. I was force converted. This guy on this RP server on Gary's mod, that he said, if I didn't sit here, because I broke one of the rules or something, and he said, if you don't sit here and watch this My Little Pony shit, then I'll ban you. And I really didn't want to get banned. So I was forced, against my will, kind of, to watch fucking brony shit. And with luck have it, I still am friends with this guy to this day. and I'm no longer a brony and he's no longer a brony, so we both just look back at that as like a mental scarring. It's like Vietnam flashbacks for us. It's like,
He got PTSD from freaking
you
Fluttershy.
have
and
no
all that
idea.
crap.
You have no fucking idea, dude.
Speaking of having no idea, I have no idea what fandom you should be a part of. The only thing that came up is the only thing you and I like, which is a Rooster Teeth.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. That's the end goal for me. If if voice acting doesn't work, we can just go work there. Like,
Dude, that'd be
Yeah.
fun.
oh god, Rogue, what do you think I should do? Like, I'm just asking for advice. This isn't a podcast. This is Milton pandering for advice from his betters.
I mean, essentially, the best thing you can do is do a fandom that you actually enjoy. But I mean, if you're going for just pure popularity and blowing your channel up super quick, latch on to what's popular. I mean, that's not what you should or shouldn't do. It's just if getting your channel to grow is your goal, latching onto something that is new and up and coming right now is the best thing to do.
Yeah, I'm not hip with the kids anymore with their mystic massagers and the other
Mystic Messenger isn't even sorry to the one person out there who's still dubbing Mystic Messenger. No
Shut
one,
up! Sorry, I had to cough there.
no
Whoa,
one
who
cares
said that?
about it
What?
anymore. No one cares about it anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
that's okay.
I mean, I'm still part of a project who we're saying we're gonna dub the game, but we're probably never going to.
I
But-
remember I'd do Mystic Messenger comic dubs for fucking Melly's Beauty. She has like 81K, and she picked me up off the streets at casting call and was like, "Do comic dubs or fucking die." And I was just such a naive.
I mean,
little kid.
if people are still doing it and still like it, that's great. There'll always be people that are out there that like it. Just the fandom itself is just kind of it's dangling along. Yeah, the game just had an update, but I fell off quick.
It'll die in the next year, in my opinion.
Probably.
Actually, just a little bit of a thing that I kind of found from a couple of my friends. Apparently, they're dubbing a new season of Mysterious Ladybug, if that's what it's called.
They are, yeah.
Mysterious Ladybug.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Miraculous. There we go.
Season 2 is coming out in December.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe that fandom,
We'll
Middleton.
get
maybe.
revived.
It's pretty. It's been alive. The Ladybug fandom is very alive right now.
How's the Undertale fandom doing? There's no better person than you, Rogue.
It's fractured. I mean, as a fandom, as all fandoms, there are good and bad sides to every part of every fandom. But I mean, depends where you look right now. To be completely honest, I think, for at least where I hang out, it's okay and fine. Sure, there's a bit of oversaturation with people making new OCs, new universes and everything, but then there's always going to be the people complaining about porn, and the main issue the fandom has had is people complaining about pedophilia and necrophilia, and that's just people are always just going to draw that, and you just ignore it.
Yeah, I don't know. People, I mean, I've never gotten like hardcore critique from any of like the content that I make. Have you guys ever gotten like hardcore, like somebody is just like critiquing everything that you do, whether it's like a voice acting audition or like a YouTube thing? I don't know. I've never had someone like hardcore just like take me apart and just be like, "You suck, Middleton." Unless you count like the diss track battle that happened a little while back.
There's a diss track battle. I want to hear that. But
Yeah,
also,
seriously.
for YouTube stuff, for the few things that I'm in, not really. It's always been really constructive and very good. For the Twitch things I've been on, it's been more of positive, so that's been nice. And then for actual voice acting stuff, I mean, I get ripped apart every time because I pay to have that happen to me. So
Fair enough.
people are pretty rough about it. For example, like everyone who's worked with Tony, they always say he's nice. He's slowly starting to become a little bit more direct with me and a little bit more mean, because he knows that whenever I get in my head, he always has to go, "Christian, stop." And I'm like, "Oh God, I'm so sorry." And then I actually have recorded, because I record my audio notes from him, of him just going, "Yeah, this wasn't right, that's not good." And I'm like crying on the inside as he's telling me.
Oh no.
Yeah, that must be rough.
But
It's
it's good. It helps
I mean,
me get
yeah.
better.
It's always good, but still, you're just sitting there and you're like, "Wow, I'm shit."
Yeah, and whenever I watch like the Fate Stay series, and like I know he's the voice of Art or Lancer, I'm just like, oh my god, Lancer's gonna kill me again. All right, here we go.
But,
Dude, that's awesome.
about to get lanced.
Yep,
Jesus Christ.
it's fun.
I don't
though.
know. I think for me, I kind of get the opposite. Not so much, critiques or anything. I just get complained. I say, hey, do more of this. I'm like, no, I don't want to. I want to do this. But no, do this. It's popular. No, I want to do this. Do this because I'm 12 and I want this.
Okay. I mean,
I mean, then again, that's YouTube comments. That's just what you're going to get.
now what you need, Rogue, is like a big old Patreon. It's just like, now go find your mom's credit card and come on
You
back.
see, I have one. I've advertised this just because, again, most of my following is, under the age of 18. I ain't going to get much.
Yeah,
I've tried.
yeah, I've gotten lucky with all the, like, I've gotten a lot of free art. Thank Christ for, my fan base and my lovely
I've
private
gotten
artists.
that a little bit, too.
And, people get mad that I get, like, free stuff sometimes. I used to have an editor until very recently who edited on my gaming highlights, which is, like, hours and hours of content. And he actually gets paid to edit for another guy who only has, like 40-second videos. But I was incredibly lucky that he was a good friend of mine. He's just like, no, I'll just do it for free. And I just feel like such a scumbag whenever I'm, like, just getting him to edit stuff. But now I've relieved him of his shackles, and he's
How bold
free
of
to
you.
roam free now.
You're so nice.
I know. I'm just.
What a generous man, Middleton.
I will set you free.
Let my people go.
Middleton's YouTube channel is run on slave labor. True story. I mean,
Is that an
I-
advertisement? Are you doing a commercial
Yeah.
read right now?
Are
You
you?
want me to read it off for you?
do you
I'll
want to
read
work
what?
for nothing for the rest of time? Well, come
Hey
on
man,
down.
just give me a slave. Yeah.
This is come on down. Hey, Christian, whenever you, which is going to happen inevitably, whenever you inevitably get famous, just remember that I'm going to come for you if that happens. I'm going to absolutely come and be like, I know all of Christian's darkest secrets, and unless he voices for me, then I'll have to tell everyone, and everyone will be like, oh my god, what's Christian's darkest secrets? And I'll be like, I don't actually know. And
I have a feeling it's a fear of, like, bunnies or something.
I mean, Christian, what is you want to talk about it on the spot? What is your deepest, darkest fear in life? What?
My deepest, darkest fear. All right. Actually, I kind of just discovered it recently. I have a terrifying fear of maggots.
Really?
I can
Yeah,
understand that.
They gross me out, man. I can't deal with them.
And
It's disgusting.
How's it feel to know in medieval times they used that to clean wounds? They'd throw some maggots
Are you
in there.
serious?
Yeah, no, they
Yeah,
did.
Absolutely, yeah.
Ugh.
They'd throw maggots in there. They'd eat all the, like, decayed flesh. Delicious.
Maybe in a previous life I was in the medieval times and that's how I died and that's why I hate them.
Maybe.
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 Yeah,
I mean,
This got dark.
yeah. Dark
We went
Ages,
back to
huh?
the Dark Ages.
Damn
yeah.
it! Rogan made like same joke. Shit.
That's a good one.
This is a stupid question because I actually forgot. I've asked both of you this question in the past, and I'm just too stupid to remember. Either that or I'm like half awake. How old are you guys again?
I'm 23.
I am 25.
Hey, 25. A lot of my
Hey.
friends are 25. You want to know what's the one mean question I always ask my 25-year-old friends?
What?
How does it feel to be a quarter of a century old?
I feel great. I'm only a quarter of the way there.
Jesus. That must
So,
look like a fucking
well,
infant.
now my body can start dying because that's how long humans were supposed to live originally.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, if you were born in like ancient like Greek times, dude, you'd already be like halfway done with your life. Like people died at like 40.
Oh my god. Like, oh, and also to like answer your previous question where you were like, if I ever get famous, I will never forget you. Dude, I will go to a convention that is close to you, and I will make a panel that says featuring Middleton, and everyone will be like, who
Lord.
the hell's that?
We need to like sign a contract that if either one of us gets famous, then we have to like promote the other. Terrog, you can sign this too because you're already the closest one there, even if it is Undertale fandom.
I mean, to be fair, I'm also in Bendy a bit, so.
Oh fuck! I swear to God, Rogue. If in like a year's time you're at like 200K, I'm gonna be so angry. I'm gonna be like, Rogue.
I'll be surprised if I am. It took me a year to just get halfway there.
I think you could do it. You got a pretty good
Probably.
thing going. You got.
I guess.
Unless like Undertale completely crashes, which would suck.
I mean, this is
What's
the
your
thing.
backup plan?
Just do other things that aren't Undertale.
Fair enough.
I mean, I've done Pokemon stuff, I've done Overwatch, and much of that I can just pop into those.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
That, I mean, and to be fair, Overwatch for fandom is a lot bigger, and it ain't going anywhere because it's a Blizzard property, and that ain't ever gonna die.
Yeah, that's true. If the Overwatch is like the hot stuff now, like especially since like didn't they just have an update like recently or something? They had like a skin.
We had Lucio Ball today.
Oh shit. Maybe that's
Since,
what
like,
I'll do. Pander to the Overwatch fan. Maybe.
Dude, do it. Because, like, when I went to Anime Expo and I went to Artist Alley, the amount of Overwatch pairings art that they have there. Oh, my God.
I mean, the only issue I have with doing that is instead of making a voice for the character, you have to voice match with an already established voice.
That's
Yeah,
fair. That's really hard.
That's why I kind of strayed away from doing Overwatch that much. That's why I do stuff like Undertale and Bendy, because there aren't really that many of the official voices for those characters, so you can make it like your own thing. Same thing with like, you know, Legend of Zelda or Pokemon or stuff like that.
All right. So let's get to the let's get to a more serious note. Let's like tone it to a serious note a bit. All right. So when did you guys lose your virginities?
Dude,
Jesus.
I just love that. There was like a dead silence. And you're
Yeah,
just
everyone's like,
when
oh
did you...
man.
Oh, things are getting spicy in here.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys don't want to answer, I mean, I won't blame you. You don't have to.
No, man.
But,
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, let's do this.
Dude, I'm going to be honest. I haven't. Boom. There you go. All right. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Hey, no, good for you, man.
I'm
Good
jealous.
for
Yeah. Watch me pride around
Look
with my
forward to
freaking
your
baby
future
blue helmet.
disappointment because it's not all it's cracked up to be. Maybe Rogue will agree with me.
you. I would disagree to that because I have very awesome stuff most nights now. No, I don't remember how old I was. Was I 18 or 19? I think 18.
I was.
Freshman year in college.
I was, I think, 17 or 16. I don't actually. What was the circumstances? I don't even remember much because I think I was drunk. I'm not sure. I'm kind of a stupid kid, so I don't know.
I actually have a bit of a question. Actually, if you don't mind me jumping in.
Oh no, I don't mind at all.
What kind of mics and setups does everybody use?
Blue Yeti. And that's
Oh.
it.
Get that $2 shit out of here, man.
Yeah.
So a nice $100 paperweight. That's nice. That's nice.
Hey, you know, people shit on the Blue
Sorry.
Yeti, but I'll tell you what, it's got me nearly.
If I'm
every
gonna
one
spend
of those-
$100, I'm not gonna spend it on a USB piece of crap.
Listen here,
Yeah.
Rogue. What are you using, you famous
I'm
man?
using a Focusrite Scarlett solo starter kit. I have an XLR mic.
I do too. Well, I mean, what I'm using is I'm using the Scarlett Studio, and then I have a Caddy 100S, and then
Ooh.
I'm getting some stuff to kind of serve as my preamp before my interface. So
Nah,
that way it sounds better.
Yeah, I'm using the Scarlett as my preamp, and I'm using the mic that came with it right now. But I am in the process of saving up for something nicer. I had a AT 2020 that I got in a pawn shop, but it peaks for some reason, so I don't use it anymore.
Ooh, yeah. Middleton must be like, man, now I feel like crap.
I mean,
I mean,
like,
again, I started. My first starter mic was a freaking stick mic. Then I upgraded to a Rock Band mic. Then I have used a Snowball for most of my career, and I only just got this maybe 9 months ago.
I mean, to be fair, it's not only that. Okay, it's not only in the equipment department, but also in not only experience, but like everything age. Just like I mean, I guess I got Christian beat in like the virginity department, but that's it. Like that's it. That's all I have to show.
Middleton. That's so
You
funny.
swiped your V card a couple more times. Congrats, bro.
Oh god. I mean, I'm impressed. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I like how this just pretty much, you guys seen The Room, right? With Tommy Wiseau?
Yes.
I actually haven't.
Oh man. It was like the perfect transition. It was just like, anyway, how is your sex life?
It was a great transition. I was so happy
Yeah.
about that.
Like, oh, which way are we gonna go? Oh, we're gonna go that way. Cool.
Did you guys? Don't lie to me. You guys were expecting me to be serious too, weren't you? You were like, Middleton's gonna be.
I honestly don't know because again, this is the first time we've ever like interacted.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect either.
Dude, I thought Middleton was gonna be like, all right, guys, I gotta be serious for a moment, and then he was gonna talk about something super specific of voice acting, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready for my professional answer, and he's just like, where did you stick your thing in another thing? And I'm like, oh Jesus Christ!
When's the first time you fucked?
Oh man.
Oh no, it's terrible.
Dude, don't worry, Chris. When you're like in the voice acting, it's cream of the crop, dude. You'll be drowning in it. You'll have all of it. Girls are like, "Oh my god, is he a voice actor?" And they'll be like,
hey, you don't know his preference.
Oh shit, you're right. I did judge your preference. I do not know.
Dude, did you just assume? I'm just kidding.
Maybe I did.
Oh man, but it's really weird, like how popular voice actors in some fandoms do get. Like I went to the Overwatch panel, and there was a lot of thirsty people in Southern California, and I'm not talking about the drought.
Jesus Christ.
And yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm like, wow, just for their voice, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Like, whenever people hear Crispin Freeman, they're like dying.
I mean, don't you?
A little bit, but when you see him in
It's
person,
fucking Crispin, man.
it is, yeah.
Who the fuck's Crispin?
that Winston voice is so smooth, like peanut butter.
And it's so disorienting when you see Crispin in person. You're just like, oh, like
Because he doesn't sound like that at all. No, he doesn't.
yeah, like I'm taller than him, and I'm like, oh, it's
Really?
Crispin Freeman, and the voice comes out, and I'm like, oh god.
like you need to be down here and hi, I'm Crispin. It's like, oh, hi, I'm Crispin. What? Who the fuck are you?
But and also one of the other things too is when I was hanging out with one of my friends, she does a lot of. I'll just say it. When I was hanging out with Lily Pichu, we were talking about how the voices don't match the face, and she said the only person whose voice matches their face is Matt Mercer.
I agree.
Yeah, Matt fits because it's less his face, and then again, Matt's been a personality before voice acting for because he has his D&D show he does. He has podcasts that he runs. He's out there, so you see his face more often than you hear his voice.
Yeah.
Oh man, I know what I'm naming this podcast.
And I love that Matt's just a massive fucking nerd.
Wait, what are you naming this podcast?
Christian Exposed hangs out with famous YouTubers behind people's backs. Not clickbait, gone sexual. And then you'll watch the views rake in. It's gonna happen.
Oh my god.
We'll start
Oh,
like a YouTube drama. I'll have to write like a diss track about you, and then you'll have to write a diss track about me. We'll start it right now.
Oh no, we're gonna get on drama. Fucking alert! Oh no.
I still want to do that. And then, oh my god! And then can we go to VidCon together and just diss track battle each other?
Oh my god! Like a live rap battle? Oh my lord!
Yeah.
I'd be so down.
And then the person that shall not be named that does comic dubs is gonna be there next year. And then can we just like do a battle about him?
I mean, yeah, we can fight about Kyoto-sama.
So, on topic, why does everybody not like this person? Well, it's kind of obvious. If you see his face, he's a pretentious douchebag.
I mean,
this is gonna get cut, right?
I don't fucking care. I don't like him.
I mean, if anyone needs to get cut, it's him.
Oh,
Jesus!
Hey.
From YouTube, of course. Jesus, calm down.
Oh yeah,
crazy
course.
kids.
Yeah, man.
I'm sure you can copyright him for something. I don't know.
Yeah, just like the copyright police, Kyoto Somo, just like Kyoto Somo. What could we copyright him for? I don't know.
The comic dub itself.
Nah, but
I mean, if a comic creator never gave him permission, they could say, "Hey, this is my work. Get it down." That's how
happened
they,
before.
that's how they killed Ultima Almighty.
Wait, he didn't use permission?
He didn't for some, and just assumed because he had that it was okay, and just did it. And then drama about stuff came out, and then I think one of the animator creators took his channel down.
Damn.
Damn.
Rip. Well, that's
That's a
motivating. So, I wanted to ask another, like, this one's actually an important question. I'm not memeing this time. So I'm sure there's at least one person who's watching this and is like, wow. And I'm sure, especially you, Christian, you get this question all the time where it's like, how do I get into voice acting? And I just heard my dog bark, I think. But how do you get into voice acting? And, or not really that, I don't, because, you know, everyone's already answered that question already. It's the same answer that everyone else always gets. But I'm more curious as to, like, what was your, like, wake up moment, or, like, moment where you're like, all right, I'm just gonna go and take classes, and, like, what kind of motivated you to do that? Or were you just kind of like, I'll do it?
That's a great question.
It is.
It was actually a combination of both, where I kind of just buckled down and said, you know what? I'm just going to take a class because I really want to see. And my first class was at Crispin Freeman. And everyone that was in the class, it was a very nice class. They all had experience. And I was like pretty much a rookie because I didn't know what the hell's going on. And I got destroyed at that class. Like, we did an improv. I've never done improv at this point. And I fell apart during the improv, and he was destroying me. And I was still having fun, and I ended up. His wife also teaches the classes. Her name's Isabel, and she casts the people. And they had me do. I think, what scenes was it? They had me do Rick Hunter from Robotech, and they had me do this guy from Scrap Princess. And when I got to hear my voice in those things, that's the kind of moment where I'm like, dude, that's actually really awesome. This whole process is really fun. I really want to do this. And I actually got a compliment from them, which is like, dude, you actually have a really anime protagonist voice. Like, you fit that so obnoxiously well. And hearing that, especially from Crispin, I was like, oh man, you know, I'm going to try to do this. And I took more and more classes, and it's kind of just stuck. I really want to do it at this point.
That's a really good answer to a really good question.
Thank you.
So, Rogue, here's one specifically for you. This is like tailored to you.
Oh boy.
So you've been doing YouTube for a long time, and just recently have you gotten, you know, a lot, or not, you know, you got a decent amount, especially compared to other voice act, you know, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm bad with words.
Right. No, you're good.
I'm more curious as to, like, so how could you have, like, I know you enjoy doing, you know, like YouTube and stuff and editing, but I'm sure there was at least one point where you were just kind of like, why, you know, my channel isn't growing, or like, you know, where you kind of get, I'm guessing, have you ever been like demotivated, I guess?
Oh, all the fucking time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay, I'm glad we can relate on that. Okay.
No,
like, my question was like, what, like, how do you usually deal with that? And not really deal with it, but like, what advice would you have for other people who are in the same boat, if any?
Ooh. Okay. How I deal with it varies at times. Most of the time I just kind of, you know, get in a funk for like a week. I'll just play games and just not look at projects, or like I'll what usually happens or has happened before is I'll work on something, I'll put it up, and then it doesn't get received the way I expected it to, and then I'll kind of be dismotivated, and then everyone wants, hey, this was great, but can you do more of this one thing that you did that we liked and we want more of? But I'm trying to steer away from that kind of content.
Yeah.
Because again, a lot of my fan base is kids, and I don't want to be putting things that's not kid friendly out there. Not to mention I have 2 kids of my own, and they watch my stuff too. So,
that's cool.
But I mean, in terms of just finding motivation, something I actually did recently, because I was actually given a role in something that I had to drop because of scheduling issues, and I was just not real motivated to do voices for a while, and I'd been fighting with should I keep doing this or not because I have a new baby at home, and then I just figured, you know what, I'm gonna keep doing this because I enjoy doing it. And what I did is I went on my Tumblr and say, hey, give me stuff to say, give me things to just do in my voice. So I just start doing it. The thing that kind of has brought me back to keep doing stuff has been just seeing people's positive reactions to things. Something I actually do a lot on my channel is motivational stuff.
Yes.
So
I love those. You
oh
do
no,
them
yeah.
so well.
Thank you. A lot of them now, because I don't find many comics where I write them myself in the mindset of the characters. So, and a way that I voice it even is, I think to myself, like, well, how would I want to hear this said to me? Because, you know, people have depression and all this other stuff. It's like, well, I have some of this. What would I want to hear? But I lost track.
It's all good.
Best advice I can give to someone who is who's not motivated to do so, just take time. Just if you need to take time, just de-stress, take some time off, do it. It's the best thing you can do, because if you keep at it and you keep doing it and you're not in it, you're going to burn out, you're going to resent it, and you'll eventually just stop doing it.
Yeah, I can specifically relate on that, especially, you know, I see my problem is I like how I'm just going to like rant to both of you now and whoever's watching. But my problem is like I don't even know like what I want to like do. I've just been doing, you know, all this other I've been doing a podcast, you know, I've been doing videos on voice acting. I did anime reviews, and I want to, you know, I want to do everything. Like I'm hungry, you know. I want to just go into every market that I can, and, you know, at least get like introduced with it. Try to learn as many, you know, video things like I can.
You're
like,
trying to find your niche.
Yeah, and I still haven't found it yet. But what I've found is that a lot of the videos I make on voice acting, for instance, I made one recently, like the other day. I think, Tarogue, you watched that one, right?
No, your fun little call out video.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of that, but there was some advice in there.
Oh no, there was, and again, I agreed with everything that you said. You were 100% right about what you said.
Yeah, but like, see, most of those videos, like I'm pretty, I don't know if humble's the right word. I'm very self-deprecating is my thing. And I don't think I'm like good enough to give advice to someone yet, because, you know, I've only been doing this a year. I've only gotten a couple professional roles. So I never really feel like I'm obligated to give advice, but I think I enjoy like helping people learn a skill better than I like doing any other kind of content. But the problem is that, you know, that's like a very specific thing, right? Like helping someone with something, and I just don't know what to do with my channel. I mean, I like doing a bunch of different things at once, but, you know, that's not necessarily good for growth. You know, you kind of want to focus on one thing.
It doesn't give you
for a
channel
while.
focus. It doesn't give you,
and that's what the most
come back.
Yeah, and that's the most demotivating part of your channel, is watching you know, do something that you enjoy, and watching, you know, your sub count just either drop sometimes even. And it's not necessarily that, you know, I'm doing this so I get big. I'm doing this because I enjoy it, but, you know, it's just something, there's something demoralizing about watching something that you've grown and built kind of, you know, wither or stagnate when you're actually trying to improve it. That's one of the most like hard things to do when it comes to like a YouTube channel or something. And I've been doing YouTube for, wow, since I was like 10, like 2011. I have an old channel with a bunch of cringy like Minecraft stuff on it. We're not going to talk about that.
Oh boy, you're a Minecraft YouTuber. Oh boy.
Well, back when I was like 12, of course. But but yeah, so I guess that's kind of me ranting about, like, you know.
No, I mean that's okay, because again, I've had my channel since 2008, and I've done AMVs, I've done parodies, I've done podcasting, I've done I did a manga, which is still up on my channel, I think, somewhere from years and years back, and it's god awful. Don't watch it; it's terrible. But like, it takes time to kind of come into your own and figure out, this is what I'm going to do. Some people can just do it quick, but some people, you just kind of got, you know, like roll the dice, and you try this one week, you try this a different week, and eventually you just find something that you like and you just start doing consistently.
Yeah, I just need to like find out what I enjoy the most, I guess. I don't know. Christian, what about you?
I was just listening to everything, and then I totally forgot the question.
No, I mean, this is mainly like a YouTube orientated question, but it's just like,
Yeah.
it's just think of it as something as like, if you worked hard on something and you expected it to, like gain you something or improve something, and it just did the opposite, like what's your thought process to like recover from that? Like not necessarily just emotionally, but just like how to better yourself or change up what you did, but before you try it again or try something different. Like, do you just mostly like do you learn from that and then try something new, or are you kind of the type to like more like try it again? So
Um, for me, I'm always the kind of change. Like, I like to change little things here and there, but I like to stick to the main process. I really do abide by that rule that if you keep doing the same thing and expect different result, that's the definition of insanity. So I always like to
I played
change
Far
like
Cry.
little things.
I'm just
That was a
kidding.
good one.
Keep going.
Um,
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no, it's all good. That was actually really funny. But yeah, I change little things here and there, and I always try to keep the game different. If there's anything I can relate it to, I was a band director for a while, and as a band director, we have to do these shows on the football field. They're called field shows. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those.
No, yeah.
But basically, like, we'd have to design it and all that stuff. And for some reason, everybody keeps doing the same thing as the winner. Because, if you win, it's like, oh, he must be doing something good. So they all try to copy the winner. And everyone's been doing the same thing over and over again. And it's been making the activity so dull and boring. It's kind of like finding the same type of comic dubs on YouTube all the time, And I was the one person that was really different. And I ended up winning. So then everyone tried copying what I was doing. And I'm like, guys, like, oh my gosh, like, why is this something that I did make something worse? Because now everyone's doing it and it's making the field bland. So I would always try to change things up to kind of give it a new feel. I would try to add new things. I would try to take away things that weren't as effective. So for me, I'm kind of a constantly changing person. And that's how I kind of get myself out of there. If I ever feel demotivated, I always look back at my previous works and I always cringe and I go, "Yep, I'm way better."
Oh
And
no, I
then,
don't do
that's
that.
fair.
I'll even go back to I'll even go back to things I did last year. I'm like, oh, my light quality was so shit.
Yeah.
Snowball.
See, I'm
Like-
such an asshole. When my thing is like, if I'm demotivated, I'll just look at how bad someone else is. That's like, a dick, and I'll just be like, well.
I mean, that works too. That does work too.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Dude,
dickish thing. Yeah.
That's fair. And like I've done that before. Like the first thing on YouTube I was ever on was Video Game High School, and my acting on there was like so bad.
You were actually on that? Really?
Yeah, I was on season 2. I was one of the
Where?
extras.
When? Oh, okay.
Where when?
If
Proof.
the most the most obvious scene is when you go to the episode where I think the Drift King gives Jimmy Wong the keys. There's a lunch line where Brian D, where he's like going down the lunch line and he gets called to Calhoun's office. There's a Filipino extra right next to him, angrily staring at him. That's me.
That's you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
So,
But-
so aside from voice acting, you've actually done like on-screen work too.
Yeah, I've done on-screen work. So I did that. That was cringe. That was terrible. And then I did some random short films for like a couple of my friends. Those were terrible acting. I wasn't happy with my acting until I heard one of my auditions for a certain thing I can't talk about. And I heard it and it was like, oh my gosh, I actually sound like I could be in that anime. And I was like, dude, this is so awesome. And from there, I was like, if I ever get demotivated, I listen to that good one, but I also listen to the thousands of projects where I sucked.
Because
Yeah.
it's kind of seeing where you used to be and where you are now.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had that moment very, very recently, actually. One of the first things I ever auditioned for was a Haikyuu fan dub, and it's like gay sports anime or whatever. Like, and I auditioned for it way back when I was just starting. Like, this was probably one of the very first things I auditioned for. And it was also the first thing I remember getting, like, hardcore rejected for. Like, I sent in my audition. They're like, all right, we'll look over it. And they're like, yeah, you didn't get it. And a few days ago, almost a year after this happened, I got a message from the project lead, and he's like, hey, so I want you to come in and re-audition. I want to see how you've improved over a year. And I'm sitting here because I'm a cocky piece of shit, and I'm like, I've done visual novels. This is a piece of cake. And it turned out that this little fan dub thing had the most rigorous audition process I think I've ever had. Where it was in Discord, so, it wasn't like face to face, thank God. But, like, they were they're like, do the line right now, And they didn't even expect me to, like, watch a clip before. They're like, no, you should just have a feel for the line. And I'm like, oh my lord. So I do the line, and they're like, can you go, like 2 decibels lower pitch? And I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh, look,
They
you're
weren't
working
that
with a
specific.
professional.
I mean, I'm exaggerating. It wasn't, it wasn't, like, that bad. I mean, they were pretty chill about it. It wasn't, like, crazy. But it was definitely, it's funny that, like, a little fan dub thing, not even that big of a fan dub group either, is, like, the most professional audition I've ever had compared to even, like, visual novels and stuff. It's weird.
That can happen, yeah, because a lot of people that do projects kind of have no idea what they're doing sometimes.
Yeah. How many times have you been in the project that, like, or you got casted for a project that never happened?
Oh, I'm still casted for several projects that have never happened.
Yeah, same. What about
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Probably like 40 of them.
Yeah, that
Jesus.
I'd have to check my casting call.
Yeah, I just checked my casting call.
Yeah, shout out to Casting Call Club, the one place where you can congregate with a whole lot of good.
Which is, a lot better than, the old places like, VAA or freaking behind the voice actor stuff.
I miss VAA.
I don't. There's too much drama around there.
I never fought. I just auditioned.
Too many elitists.
I don't know. CCC's good.
That's such a weird thing to me. Like when people are so elitist, like for voice acting, because like when you're in the professional field, there's literally like maybe 4 people who are elitists, and no one talks to them. So
I know.
it's like
I don't even
everyone
think they
cheers
get,
one.
roles anymore, do they?
I don't want to say the name specifically, but one of them.
You're
does.
good. You're good.
But it's
Lily
like
Pichu.
no, Lily Peach is great. I love her, dude. She
Lily's
is like
a sweetheart. Are you
fantastic.
kidding me?
Yeah, she is.
She is amazing.
Oh man.
And that is her.
Shout out to
actual
Lily
voice.
Pichu. Go check out her channel if you haven't already. By some.
I'm pretty sure she has, because she has like what a million now. I think.
Yeah, she
I
hit
don't
a
know.
million.
Yeah, she hit 1 million
Yeah,
because of that Melodica video.
And our
Oh,
good boy
really?
Christian here is a good close accomplice of this famous figure.
We took voice acting classes together, and then we hung out a couple times. So it's been really fun.
Awesome.
But yeah, dude, that elitist thing, it's just so weird to me. Because like in the field, even if we're like auditioning and we're competing against each other, we literally root for each other and we ask them how they did. And it's
Right.
like, yeah, that's just how we are. Because at the end of the day, we all just want to get a role and make money doing this.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
man.
it's just that then you have the online community where people won't even look at you if you don't have like a good enough microphone. Like before you even mention, they'll ask what kind of mic you have. You give them the wrong answer, they won't even bother giving you a line.
As someone
so
with a
weird.
blue Yeti can confirm.
No, yeah, because they're shit.
Oh, well, Rogue. I mean, I've gotten some professional roles with this shitty thing.
That's fine. I mean, they just have low standards.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I agree with you. It's just.
I mean, that's the thing. A lot of people,
Whatever works.
a lot of people have high standards and want, like that crisp, hey, I have $1,000 microphone like sound, and then people's like, hey, you're auditioning on a cell phone. You sound good enough to me.
Oh god, those people on casting call that audition with headset mics. Oh,
Good God,
Lord.
no,
Oh, yeah.
I hate it.
Oh man.
Don't even, try to, remove the background noise or nothing.
Nope, they just go at it. You can hear
No.
the click too from when they hit record. Like, you can hear it. Let me open up Audacity real quick.
I'm very rigorous with fixing up my audio.
Man, I'm so half-assed. I'll tell you what I do, honestly. This is how I record lines, right? I'll have the script open or whatever. And if it's like a fandom, I'll watch the scene and I'll just open Audacity. I'll hit record and talk into the mic. Save, or I just stop recording. I cut out the last part and the beginning part so there's no silence or awkward silence or anything, and that's it. I don't fuck with it any further than that.
I mean, for some people, that's how you're supposed to actually do it, because if your mic isn't turned up enough, then you'll be too quiet, or you'll have, background noise or other stuff.
Yep. I like how the conversation just died. I'm just like,
I know.
yep.
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, you
Sorry,
made a
I
good point.
know a lot of audio editing.
No problem.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I've honestly thought about going to school for audio engineering, because, I mean, if I can't get into a studio doing voice acting, hey, I can do fucking ADR.
I mean, yeah, it's like the next best thing, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people that started voice acting started on the other side of the glass. So
Yeah. And I mean, above anything, like audio editing's good, but also I'm gonna tell you now, anime studios need writers. If you could write, start doing that.
See,
because
but everyone
they need
thinks they can write, or at least a lot of people I know think they can write. They're like, I can
writing
write a
how
script.
though?
Yeah, like a script. Like,
Yeah, so basically you would get the translation, the official translation, and you would have to get the script, build the story, stay in character, and also fit the amount of syllables per mouth flap.
Ooh, I smell a challenge.
So and you also have to do like proper formatting for that, and maybe you have to know how to use Pro Tools, because Pro Tools is an
Probably.
industry standard.
Oh no, it is.
Yeah, it always crashes on me. It's like the bane of my existence.
oh, dude, wait till you start video editing.
Ugh.
Rogue, have
I
you ever
know.
had like a project that you've been working on just crash and you didn't save? I've had
All the
that.
time.
Oh yeah, one time I spent literally, I shit you not, 2 hours. I think it was either the very first Casting Call Club Explain thing that I did or the second one. And I remember, because I did it for like 2 hours, I was just putting all this shit together. I was just like putting all the audio together, I was sitting there and Sony Vegas stopped working, and I'm like, oh, please give me the autosave. Please give me and it didn't give me the autosave. I had to start all over again and just remember how I put together the editing. It was horrible. I was so
That's why
sad.
I use Adobe.
Yeah, I mean, I need to switch to Adobe, but,
I mean, Vegas is all right. It's just Adobe is so user friendly. And in all their programs, they all fucking come. You can be in like freaking Audition and then pull that into like Premiere, and then pull in a image from Premiere into Photoshop, and then after all this, I'm bringing it into After Effects and blah.
yeah, I need to switch to Premiere, actually, because Sony Vegas is just not my best friend at the moment. It's just like, meh.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to video edit, because I'm going to be doing
Oh.
that stuff soon. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
It depends on
Middleton,
what you're
teach me.
editing. Oh, yeah, if anything, Rogue should teach you here. He probably...
Rogue,
Nah,
teach me.
Yeah.
I'm bad. Like, I'm good at video editing. It's just, I've been doing it for fucking years. That's the only reason why I'm good is because I've been doing it for so fucking long.
Yeah, that's a good... That's
Right
the
now,
best teacher.
I'm even in the process of learning a new video editor, because my old version of Premiere won't work anymore, so I had to upgrade to the newest one. I'm like, what is all this shit? How does this work? So I'm still learning it. Like, I'm relearning it now, because I've been stuck in a program from like 2007 for the past several years.
Yeah, I'm using Sony Vegas 13. Thank you, Pirate Bay.
Oh, what? What are you
What,
talking
nothing? What happened? Where are we?
What? What?
Oh.
I mean, what are we?
Welcome
I don't
to
know
the
what happened.
Unnecessary Podcast. I'm your host.
Well, it's been an hour already. Well, shit.
Oh my god, imagine, guys, we've been here for almost an hour. What if I was just like, oh, I forgot to hit record, my bad.
Whoops.
Oh, hey, dude. Speaking of which, I do have a question I've always wanted to ask you, Middleton, and for
Oh.
Rogue too.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, so if you've ever wanted to voice in an anime, which character and what anime would you want to voice? in?
Sorata from Sakurasa no Pet no Kanajo. I lived that dream in a fan dub, and I actually got the role. It was one of the very first roles I got too. It was Sorata from fucking Sakuraso, and when I got the email back saying I got the role, because there's a bunch of other people trying to get it, I'll never forget. I was so happy. I think I was never that exhilarated about voice acting before. It was amazing. I loved it. But yeah, I did the role, and sadly, it got canceled after the first episode just because it took like a year to release. But I did phenomenally, in my opinion, as an anime generic protagonist. It's like, what? And he falls into the titties and all that.
For me, I'm kind of the opposite, actually. I'm not sure about any anime specifically, but I've always wanted to, voice like a bad guy, a villain, and or someone who's crazy, because I don't get to do those voices enough, and I want to do them more. Like I like being I'm down here and I'm just a little bit off the edge, and then the big booming I can take care of you myself pathetic voice. It's just they're fun to do, and I don't get to do them nearly enough.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. I also want to hear Middleton as an anime protagonist, because that means you're my competition.
Oh, you want to go? I'm more generic than you are.
Really?
Dude, oh my god, you heard my generic anime protagonist.
We need to have like a generic protagonist off.
Oh my
lord.
god.
I'm
Can we promote it like obnoxiously? Like,
We need to have
we'll
like
make it a big
sponsorships.
effing deal.
Sponsored by Red Bull.
Dude, if we get Red Bull to sponsor it, that'd be sick.
Crunchyroll. Oh my god, yeah, Crunchyroll should sponsor it though. That'd be the perfect
Right?
sponsor. This podcast is sponsored by no one because I'm poor and not famous enough.
Dude, Rogue, get us some sponsorships.
Yeah, Rogue, you can do it.
I've been sponsored by like an app a couple times, and
Did they slide you like $400 and they're like, yeah, boy.
I'm not allowed to say how much they gave me.
Oh, you're not. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. But I bet it was like
I mean-
$1 million.
I mean, I got paid all right, but I know other people that are bigger than me that work for them also got paid more. But again, that's because
Yeah, that makes
subscribers
sense.
and views and who gets more. I mean, that's just business. I understand that.
Yeah.
As I kind of follow up to your question, I mean, which would you rather voice in, anime or a video game?
Oh, damn.
Well, let's see. It depends. I guess can we consider like both of them are on the same level of like fame? Like they're both gonna get the same amount of exposure.
I don't know. Personally,
Well-
I think I think a video game gets more exposure than like an anime.
Well, it depends. That's the thing. Is like it depends on the video game. And
True,
depends on
it
the
does.
anime.
It does. Just that a video game will sell more and it'll be out there in a bigger market than anime, because anime will most likely be over in Asia and then over here. Anime doesn't go everywhere. Video games go everywhere. They go worldwide mostly.
Video game. I'm going to tell you right now, from what I know in the industry, I'll make more money voicing in the video game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Video
Yeah.
game.
I'd
Yeah.
do the video game. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love to be in like an anime or like a cartoon, but I mean, video game is where that, because then that's also something you can like give to your friends. Like, hey, you can play next to that character over there that I voice, or
Like-
play as me.
Yeah, like legit, one of my dreams is like I want to go to a con if I'm ever on a panel, and I'm just going to dress up as the character or video game character that I played, and I'm just going to
so would
walk
I.
around. Yeah, and I just walk around and I take pictures with people, and I'd show up to the panel and I'd be like, yeah, that was me.
Dude.
Freaking mess with people.
Whoa.
You could talk in the voice too. You could really screw with people.
Yes, that would be amazing. I would
Funny
love
enough, at the first con after I started doing Undertale, I was actually cosplaying as Sans, and I was doing that.
that. Nice.
Oh no, it's a lot
Oh.
of fun.
All right, I got one for you guys. I got one. Who is your favorite voice actor?
My like professional, unprofessional, or both?
You know what? Give me both.
Kento. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna kiss Kento ass on this podcast. He was already on the first episode. Fuck.
He was.
He was. He talked about his sex life. Yeah, I hope you guys know the first 2 episodes of this podcast are half just talking about sex.
Oh,
So
so
we're
that's
the
where the
change.
virgin joke came in.
Yeah, we're the chain. Mostly because I don't want to scare both of you because, like I said, you guys are semi-professional in my mind. So I don't want to scare you guys
Oh,
away.
thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I mean, it was like alarming, but it was funny as hell. So I'm cool with
Yeah.
it.
It was a nice little tension breaker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm really. I'm a big believer in the more comfortable people are with each other, the better that everything goes. Whether it's voice acting in something or just talking. Like if I can crack a joke and make someone laugh that I'm talking to genuinely, and not like like a sympathy laugh, like wow. But if you can make someone laugh, that's like all right. We're good. What's really weird is when you crack a joke. Like I'll crack a joke sometimes, and I'll make it like slightly too offensive. Like maybe I'll make like a slight comment about like gay marriage or some weird topic, and it's just silence, and I'm just like, shit, I fucked that up. and there's no way to really recover except to be like, all right, guys, I'm back. Sorry, my hamster just took my computer for a second. What's up? See, that was a sympathy laugh. That was a good example. Good job.
Yeah, no problem. I was in my head. I was thinking about it. I'm like, all right, I need to
You're
practice
like,
my sympathy laugh.
Yeah,
for
you're
Middleton.
like, everyone was silent just then. There you go. Hey,
Yeah, as I'm drinking my wine, I'm like,
Kill me.
Wow.
um,
Love is a temporary lapse in judgment.
favorite
man.
voice actor was the question.
Oh yeah, Middleton. Who's
Oh,
your favorite voice
sorry,
actor
yeah,
too?
I forgot about that. I was derailed. Eric Vale.
Okay, yeah,
Nice.
that's cool.
Yeah. He's the
And then,
one one of the big driving factors that helped me start voice acting. I watched his video on like advice. It's just like, hey, if you can't act regularly, then you cannot voice act. And I'm just like, oh, okay, we'll remember that.
Yeah, pretty much.
What about you,
you, Rogue?
Oh my God,
Oh,
it's a
that's
paradox.
awkward.
What?
We both asked. I asked whose Christian's favorite was, and he asked your favorite. So now it's like a time paradox. All right, no, I'm gonna flip a coin. I'm gonna flip a coin to decide who does this. No, we're gonna do this professionally. Okay.
Christian
Rogue,
can go
heads or
first. It's cool.
tails? Heads or tails?
Heads.
Tails.
All right, hold on. Let me like try to flip it while holding down my push to talk, so we get like a nice like ASMR coin flip. All right, here we go. Come on. Fuck! It just fell on the floor. All right. All right. Let me. Shit. All right, I picked it up. It's straight up. We got tails.
Okay.
Rogue's going first.
I'd have to say my favorite is Kyle Bear, because along with just having a fantastic voice and a lot of things he does, he's a very chill and just down to earth person who actually interacts with his fans fantastically. Like I remember when he used to do like just like meetings with his fans on like like a streaming site. I think he still does. I just haven't been in them in a while, but he's very cool and just very approachable and easy to talk to, I guess. That end, I like his voices.
Yeah. Same with Eric Vale. I love all the voices he does. Oh man. Oh man. I'm a fan. I'm a fanboy. Oh man. What about you, Christian?
Me. No, I'm just kidding.
Get the fuck out of here. It's like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Come back to me later.
It's I really like Johnny Young Bosch.
That's another good one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people crap on him all the time. Like, no, he uses his natural voice 90% of the time, but it works.
Yes, it does. I really like him. And plus, he was the person that Tony just said, "Hey, go listen to him because you're similar to him." And I'm like, okay. So I kind of hear his voice in my head. Wow, that makes me sound crazy, but I hear his voice a lot, and it's like, yeah, I love that. I don't know. There's just something unique about it that I like.
And he was a Power Ranger.
And a Power Ranger, yes.
Do you guys want to do something?
No, I met him. He's chill, and his band's pretty awesome too.
Yes. And what was that, Middleton?
Who's your least favorite voice actor?
Oh man, you get me fired.
Bryce Pappenbrook. Sorry, I had a cough there.
Hey,
I'm kidding.
you leave Bryce alone.
I'm
He's
just
actually really
angry.
good.
I'm just angry that he gets all the main character roles for the mainstream anime.
Because he's new at it and because his voice works for it.
Yeah, it does.
He's got really good growl.
It does. It is, but it's just weird when when I was like a little 13-year-old kid and I'm watching SAO and I'm like, wow, that's a unique voice for this character. I like it. And then you go to Attack on Titan and you're like, wow. I know it's like a different tone of the voice, but it's like I still imagine it as Kirito. What the fuck is happening? And it's just like it got repetitive. Is my point. It's just
I mean, that's a problem that we have because we consume so much anime that we hear the same voices all the time that it just kind of breaks us out of the whole thing.
Yeah, and
I mean, how many times do you watch anime? You can name that voice actor. Like, hey, I've heard that was for. Was that? That is them. That's Stephen Bloom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Who's your favorite Japanese voice actor? Ooh.
Oh,
That's Keanu.
Oh man.
What was that guy? I know this is gonna sound like who voiced No, I'll look him up. I'm trying to remember. Give me a sec. it was he's voiced in a lot of mainstream stuff, but he actually voiced my character that I've always wanted to play. So I was like, wow, it's come on, I'm trying to find his name. Because I don't.
What was he in? What was the anime?
He's been in a lot. He's been in SAO. He was Kirito, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation. Yoshitsugu Matsuoka, excuse me. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but yeah.
Hold on.
I'll drop like a Wikipedia link. Hey, it's the first thing in the link dump. Link dump. Jeez, I cannot speak.
Link dump.
Okay, he's been in some stuff.
I'm trying to think, man. That's like, damn, I can't really think. Ugh.
I mean, I like Ono because he's been in a lot of. He's been in fucking Bleach. He's been in JoJo. He's been in freaking Durarara. He's been in Attack on Titan. He's been in a lot of like really good shows. Black Butler. He's the main character a lot of the time.
I actually like this guy. I'm gonna put him up. I was
All
like,
right.
out of all of them, he's not too. Oh wow, what? The hell
It's
is
like,
that?
yes.
Yeah.
S% C5% 8 DMA underscore
What?
Sate.
What the heck? Why? Nande.
Not
Frickin',
this guy.
There you go. Soma Saito.
Soma Saito, yeah, that's easy to pronounce.
He voiced one of his famous ones is Tatsumi from Akame ga
Yeah, I
Kill.
love that anime. Yeah,
Yeah,
he did good.
I like that guy. He sounds really cool. Yeah.
I think that I know him from. Ooh, he's in Gundam. Okay.
Here's,
cool.
What's your
here's
guys'
another
favorite
link, though.
generic rom-com anime?
Generic rom-com. Oh, give me some time to think about that one.
Rogue, you have any ones laying around?
I don't really watch rom-coms that much.
Yeah. Have you watched any?
Does Maid
really.
Sama count?
I mean, yes, I guess.
Then I'd have to pick that one. I like Maid Sama.
I've never seen it.
Wow. Okay, that one's so good.
I mean, I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
I mean,
I've
how
not
about
been
this?
watching a lot of anime recently. Like I think the newest anime that I watched
Golden
was.
Times. Sorry, I completely was. Golden Time was the one that. Sorry, I just.
If
like,
you're
said it out loud. I
talking
was
about
thinking
any
out loud.
golden show, we're talking about fucking Golden Boy. That's art.
No, Golden Time, dude. It was like
Oh,
an
okay.
anime that released in, like when I was a freshman in high school. It was one of the first animes I watched, and it was a generic rom-com, and it was good.
I need to watch more of that.
What was the last anime I watched? Probably JoJo or I don't know. What.
JoJo is a rom-com.
Sure, why not? Sure. JoJo's a rom-com. Didn't you know?
Speedwagon.
How about this? Who's your favorite anime protagonist? Like, if you could think of all the generic male protagonists out there.
I don't
Just
know
all
about
of 'em.
protagonist. I don't think he counts, but my my avatar for my YouTube channel definitely, if that counts. He's not really the he was a protagonist in his own manga, so I guess that counts. Because he's just such an asshole. He's just such a prick to everyone, and I relate so much. I'm just like, yeah.
You're talking protagonist as in like, you know, the titular title main character, or you think an antagonist?
Just like a normal protagonist, like the title character. Like,
Yeah, who's the
Yeah.
like, anime based on, or revolves around rather?
My favorite? If you watch all of it, Naruto. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
He doesn't
I
have,
mean,
like-
I mean, if you actually read his story and you go through his story, he starts from a punk kid who has no friends, is just doing stuff to get attention, to someone who literally saves everybody
Yeah, I
and
remember
becomes the
talking about
person he
those
wants to be
before.
best. He has the biggest growing character arc throughout the entirety of his story, and now in the sequel, he is a parent. So I think that's admirable.
It is so funny when he's a parent. Like
Yeah.
there was that
Oh no,
one
I'm loving Boruto, and actually,
Yeah.
right back. I heard my doorbell ring, so excuse me 1 second, guys.
All right.
Ooh,
Ooh.
dude, he's leaving during a podcast. Middleton, what are you gonna do?
All right. Let's play the how long can I stand to be with this piece of shit Christian?
Yes. All right. Cool. Timer's on.
Okay, I give up.
Oh my god, that was like 4 seconds.
Man.
You made it longer than some of my friends.
So, how you doing?
Dude, my voice is dying there. Honestly, I'm doing great.
That's great.
Been teaching a lot. Been doing a lot of scripts.
You living the
Been
dream.
preparing a lot. I know it's been really fun. I'm also very busy. It's hot in California. That's not fun.
Oh yeah, as a Texan, I feel your pain. My AC went out the other day. Thank God it's on now, but it was off for like a day and a night, and I was just sweltering. It was awful. Just like,
Dude, like I can't imagine not having AC in Texas, because like I know Texas for sure is like it's hot, but it's also humid. It has like that kind of dirty, humid type feel.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's like, yeah, it's awful.
What were other questions you wanted to ask, man?
Fuck, I don't know. I just hit record. I didn't even plan for this. I just said,
it's okay.
Christian, eventually he'll be famous enough to where I can leech off of knowing him at the very least. And same with Rogue. So I figured I might as well capitalize on that right now in this podcast.
Okay, then how about this? All right, here's my thing. If you were, let's say anything you did got you to be famous,
Mm-hmm.
what would you want to do? So like, what would be that one thing that you would want to do that would make you famous?
It would have. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I love voice acting. I would do it as a living, but I'd enjoy doing YouTube more. Like, I'd enjoy making videos of a certain subject more than I would enjoy voice acting. I enjoy both of them, and I actually want to mix both of them. Like a good balance of both of them would be great. But if I think I'd get big off of something, it would be probably something to do with like voice acting. Like, did you ever see that Yahoo Answer thingy that guy made where he reads like, "Can I become pregnant?" I don't know how to explain it. It was like he read cringy Yahoo Answers and he got like millions of views off of it.
I did not. Oh, dude, you got to show me this.
See, but here's what triggers me. I did that. Like, I read cringy, Yahoo Answer stuff like 3 months before this guy did it, and he did it and got like 10 million views, and I was just so disappointed. I was just like, oh my god. Well, let me find it.
And it's kind of weird because you got to fit into the SEO of things, and you just got to have the right place, right time, which really sucks. But like right now, I'm riding the wave of like new upcoming voice actors. Like I picked the perfect time to jump in.
Yeah. Jesus.
Because,
you lucky I mean, you're not lucky.
I know, no, I'm pretty. I know I'm like so lucky. Like the old people, like the old really talented ones, like for example, like Crispin and Yuri and them, like they're already well established, so they're like at the top. Then you got those people like the mainstays, and then you have those ones that were up and comers that are established now, like Bryce Papenbrook, Todd Habercorn, all them. And then there's gonna be that new wave. That new wave is trying to come up into that place. Hopefully, I'm on that wave. How is Prangent formed? Oh God,
It's
what is
pretty
this?
fucking hilarious.
Am I pregnant?
It's
Oh my
pretty good.
God. like for reals, like people who can't even type are getting pregnant. Doesn't that kind of scare you?
I know like people my age that are pregnant and have kids, some of them, and I'm just like, wow. Holy shit. It's like I don't even know what I want to eat for breakfast tomorrow and like you're already having a kid. What the fuck am I doing?
Dude, oh yeah, it's pretty crazy. And like once I'm in like I'm in my young 20s, I already have a lot of friends who are getting married or are having their second kid.
Oh god.
And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, damn, dude.
I haven't lived yet.
I know. By the way, to all the people who are listening that do have a second kid that know me, I mean it in the nicest way possible.
You should send some of if you ever get back on a podcast with someone famous or a voice actor or something, you should send their viewers to here so you can be like, if you want to know my answers, come look at this podcast, and everyone will be like, oh my god, wow. No, don't actually do that. They'll be disappointed as shit. They'll be like, I just sat through like an hour-long bullshit fest. Why did I do this? So don't
Well,
actually do that.
that's like off topic though, man.
Yeah, that's true. But off topic, they get drunk while doing it. We're not intoxicated yet.
Middleton, that's our plan. Wait,
You're
not
do you
21.
want to get fucked? I mean, that hasn't stopped me before.
When he turned 21, I'll stop by Vegas. I'll be like, yo.
Oh my god. Why wait? I have my own alcohol storage.
No.
I'm an adult.
No. You want to know what? You want to know who else said that? The people who are writing this pregnant comments.
Pregant?
I am pregnant. How old are you? I am 14.
How to
I am
become
an
a
adult.
pregnant? Fuck.
Oh my god.
I'm
Man,
just-
I hope Rogue is okay because like that doorbell is taking a long time.
What if he opened the door and it was like FBI or something? I don't know.
I just hope it's like, oh my gosh, what if it is FBI? What if he got what's that thing called that people keep doing to others?
Swatting?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
By the way, that sucks. What kind of mentality do you have to swat someone?
I mean, if I could do it anonymously and to someone who I think deserves it, I'd absolutely do it.
Middleton, why?
You guys are underestimating me. I've been saying I'm a prick this whole time. I really am. I'm not beating around the bush.
Okay, how about this? What would be the most prick thing you would do ever?
Most prick thing I do ever. I don't know about the most prick thing I do. I could tell you about the most prick thing I've done.
Ooh, okay.
Or one of them at least. I don't know I don't know what the top one is. There's so many so many to choose from. One time when I was in 8th grade, I had this best friend of mine. Well, we were good friends. I wouldn't say best friends. We were good friends. And he had a crush on this chick. And she's really hot. But I had no interest. I was just like, yeah, whatever, that's cool. Yeah, good luck with that. But then she, hit me up and she was like, hey, I like you. And immediately I just completely was like, oh yeah, of course, yeah, let's date. Okay, go. And he figures it out and he's like, what the fuck? And he got so angry with me because he's like, you broke the bro code. I'm like, sorry, dude. And yeah. So ironically though, they are dating now. Him and the girl are dating now, modern day, right now, as we speak. So
That's good.
The
It
slate
seems
is
like
even.
it turned out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turned out good, I think.
And we're all still kind of friends-ish, maybe. Kind of, sort of. It's hazy.
I bet when you get famous, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, I know Middleton."
I fucking know that's gonna. If I get famous, I fucking know that's gonna happen. Everyone from school, cause like I wasn't like quiet in school, but I wasn't necessarily popular. I was just kind of there. I make a joke or two every now and then, get a brief chuckle out of the classroom. That's about it. And I just can't wait till I get messages like, "So, hey, we went to high school together." Oh my god, if that ever happens.
That's what I'm actually curious. Like, if I ever do like get to that level, I wonder what people would say about me or like bring up from the past. 'Cause
What
I'm
an
like,
asshole!
that might happen. You never know. I've done some dumb things. Like, How many people? There was this one time I was talking with my friend and I was really bored, so I just slapped him really hard across the face.
Sorry, my mom.
Dude, it sounds like everyone died. Are you there, Middleton?
Once again,
Middle.
my mom came in. What?
Oh, your mom came in?
Yeah, I was like, oh. She's like, hey, we're gonna go eat, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna pass out in a few hours. So,
No problem. You want to call it a podcast?
I mean, yeah, since Rogue's gone, I think I've already asked anything. I guess we could leave it on a good note. Like, if there's advice for voice acting, that and this is like dickish. Try not to say the same generic shit that everyone else says, but if you had like your own little advice that you think that not a lot of people know about when they're trying to voice act or get big in it, you got any advice like that? Like, you got any things that you would want people to know or do?
Yeah, like I have like a couple things. I know that there are people out there that tell you don't go into it for the fame and all that stuff. Realistically, everyone has their own reason to jump into voice acting. So, but as long as you work hard, you do the right things, you meet the right people, and you just continue to show that you love it, go for it. But at the same time, don't be dumb enough to think that you'll be able to supplement yourself with just voice acting in the beginning. Find a stable job, do it on the side, build yourself up slowly, and then once you see some momentum, jump full in,
Yeah, that's good advice.
And then another advice is think less about acting and more about being. Not a lot of people talk about that because they're like, yo, I took this many classes. I do this many techniques. Like, when you go to actual classes, they'll tell you, no, don't think about that stuff. Just be the character. Just be the person. And that is literally the amount of instruction you get. So don't overthink it. Just do it. I hope you don't get trademarked. Yeah.
All right. Well, that. Jesus. That was the Unnecessary Podcast episode 3, I think. If you like the podcast, go check out their. I guess I like your Twitters or something. That always works. Whatever. I'll credit you fuckers. I'll just put something in there. Yeah, Tarogue has a big YouTube channel. This famous piece of shit. Hopefully he'll let me do like a comic dub or something. Maybe I can get some of his 12-year-olds to come on over. Christian, you got that Lily Pichu friendship, and I'm very jealous because I enjoy her content, and fuck you. But I swear to God, if you forget about me when you're fucking famous, I will come there and hunt you, you motherfucker, you Asian piece of shit.
It sounds like a date.
All right, and so yeah, have a good one, you sad sacks of shit.